remember one time me and her were going to Taco Bell to get some food really late at night because we would always just drive around and talk and want some food. And we got there and the guy in the drive-thru asked me if I wanted something. And to kind of throw him off, I was like, man, it doesn't really matter what I want. What do you want? And the guy said, man, I really want a McDouble from McDonald's right now. And we were like, I looked at Lindsay, she looked at me, we're like, okay, we'll be right back. And so we just peeled out of the drive-thru and we drove all the way to McDonald's. And we got the man a McDouble, and we came back and we gave it to him, and it totally made his night. And it sounds so stupid, but we had such a blast. Lindsay always loved the small things. Those were the things that mattered and meant the most. And when I think about all of my memories with her, those are the things that stick out the most.
So, I want to say that it was like probably the first weekend of class this semester. We had people over at my house, and we have a hot tub out back. So there was a couple of guys, including myself, as well as Lindsay, and we had closed like half of it. So, and granted, it was really cold out. So the water that was on the top, like folded over part, had kind of frozen over. So we're like, Lindsay, get on top of that thing. Sure enough, there goes Lindsay, crawls up on top of that thing. And I guess she went too fast or something, and she just slid right off the hot tub, like just straight onto the ground. And so I'm like, oh crap, I better go get her. I hope she's not hurt. So I go grab her, and as I'm picking her up, she's laughing her butt off. And the first thing that she says is, God, I hope my dad doesn't get mad because I chipped a tooth. So that was so funny. I was just really glad that, I got to experience, some of that humor with her and stuff. That was a highlight.
So my best honor was being invited to Smith family vacations, because that meant that you were in. That meant that like you were a big deal, because Lindsay was like a popular girl, had like 1,000,002 friends, and I didn't know her since childhood, and I was like, I'm obsessed with this girl, and I don't know if she's obsessed with me too. And like, I've only known her for 2 or 3 years now, and then came the day, because being invited to a family vacation was a big deal in the Smith household. That meant like you were Lindsay's best friend. So I'll never forget, she was like, so Dion, I don't know what you're doing on spring break. And I was like, yes, I'm free. Nothing. I want to go with you. And she was like, okay, yay! And so we went to the Great Wolf Lodge, and it was awesome. It was so awesome. But Lindsay and I had other important things to do, like, I don't know, troll for boys and men's, because that's always the important thing to do. That's what Lindsay taught me. So, when her parents went to sleep, we got our cute outfits, and we stuffed them under our shirts, and we ran out of the room, and we changed in bathrooms, and we sat in the lobby, and we practiced our winks, and we strutted down the hallway, and I don't know if you guys know, but in the Great Wolf Lodge, there's a night scene of boys. We got numbers. We picked up boys. I don't know what we were, like 16, 17? We picked up men's. Creepy as they may have been for doing the same weird thing that we were, trying to pick up guys on a family vacation area. We did it. We had game. I just want to let you know. And that's my favorite Lindsay story.
We went to Spain together. Our parents sent us halfway across the world by ourselves, somehow trusted us. And Lindsay, of course, was completely opposite from me. The room was a disaster zone. She wanted to sleep in. I wanted to, wake up and go. And that totally described our friendship. Just complete opposites, but really opposites attract.
The lake that one night at 1 in the morning with Garrett and Paige, and me and you decided to go duck hunting. And we found a group of ducks that were sleeping by the lake, and took one for ours, and we chased him all the way back to the car and called him Carlos. And then we stayed out at the lake until sunrise, even though it was freezing and we didn't have any blankets or sweatshirts or anything. And it was the worst decision ever, but it was so fun.
For her senior year, we were at her graduation party, and her and me and Carly and Allie ended up leaving a little bit early to go for a drive, which we did quite often. We went to Sonic because there's nowhere else to go when you're driving around, and we thought it would be funny to pull in backwards to the slot. So we're all cracking up. No one else really thinks it's funny because we're stopping traffic and throwing off the waitress and bellhop. Anyways, after that, we drove to the high school. By this time it was dark, and I know that you're familiar with the back of the high school and the big band tower, and they lock it up so that people can't climb it, but that didn't stop us. We wanted to climb it just because we knew that we weren't supposed to. So we all climb over the fence and start climbing all the way to the top, and I think it's really scary to climb. But when we were about halfway up to the middle level, we saw a car and they started flashing their lights, and so we're freaking out because we think the cops are onto us, and we really didn't want a ticket or anything, so we just ran down as fast as we could, which was probably pretty dangerous because those aren't the biggest stairs. Anyways, we got down and we climbed out of the gate, and we figured out that it actually wasn't cops, it was just some other high schoolers driving by and being dumb.
So I remember when I first got my driver's license, I went straight to Lindsey's house without even telling her. And I called her, and she came out front, and she was all happy and excited. And so we were both so giddy. We got in my car, and we literally had nowhere to go. But we just drove around town and listened to rap songs that had like cuss words in it and stuff that we weren't allowed to listen to, riding with our parents ever. And so we were just so happy because we thought we were the coolest people for getting to listen to these dirty rap songs in the car.
Last Valentine's Day, she and I were the 2 charter members of the Single for Life Club, and so we were just the whole week just like talking about Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day, and how we were gonna do all these joking things to get men. Anyway, so it's February 13th at night. She and I were just hanging out or something. I think I had to go to Walmart for deodorant, and so she and I are in the cosmetics section of Walmart, and we found this like 99-cent perfume that smelled like cupcakes, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest perfume ever. And so we both bought it. It was like 99 cents. It was the cheapest perfume I've ever bought, but she and I were like, we're gonna use this and we're gonna get a man tomorrow with this perfume because men love cupcakes, and they're gonna walk by us and be like, who is that girl? She smells like a bakery. I want to be girlfriends with her. So she and I both bought this, and now I smell it every now and then. I'm like, this is the most disgusting smelling perfume I own. But she and I both bought it, and we agreed to wear it on Valentine's Day. And then throughout the day, she and I sent text messages back and forth like, so have you found a man yet? And we're like, no, but keep trying. And so that was just a huge joke with us, was we have this cupcake stuff, it's gonna get us a man. So every time I wear it now, I think I gotta get a man for Lindsey.
We went to Mexico on a cruise, and our parents sneaked us into a club, and we got kicked out. And Lindsey was not quite as upset as I was, of course. I was freaking out. She's as calm as usual. Karaoke night, that was a blast. And then, of course, our moms drove us into Mexico by accident on our way to South Padre Island. And only for us to land there, and we're sitting at the pool, and boys just come around us and start serenading us and singing and playing guitar.
Every year, my family and the Smiths and a lot of other families would go to Mo Ranch, and so we had lots of awesome memories there. But one memory in particular that sticks out in my mind with Lindsey is We were probably about 14 or 15, and me and Lindsay decided that we were going to go fishing in the morning with the boys. And so it was about 12 o'clock at night, and we realized that our alarm wasn't working, and we were supposed to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and so we just decided we were going to stay up all night. So I don't know why we didn't go to sleep like normal people, because the whole next day we were so tired, but we were up all night until 6 o'clock in the morning, and we went fishing with those boys.